Hello X-Peeps, welcome to PodX. I'm Gerhans, your interviewer for this session, and today we will discuss about operation management in the company. And for this session, kita kedatangan tamu spesial nih from the biggest company, the biggest gadget company in the world. Please welcome Apple Incorporation. Okay, hello guys. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Okay, silakan dulu. Let's get acquainted first. So we are here with Mrs. Mona Zulfa, the CEO of Apple Incorporation, and then Mrs. Marcela Zamra Anindita as the General Manager of Apple Incorporation, and the last one, Mr. Johan Wisnabintoro as the Supervisor of Production Management. So, who are you guys?
Yeah, we're really
Great.
thank you. How about you?
Great condition.
Okay, great to hear that. My condition is great, so alhamdulillah. So, before any further ado, let's watch the footage video profile of the Apple Incorporation.
In this video, we will take a look inside the iPhone factory. iPhone is one of the most well-known modern phones in the world. Since its inception, Apple has sold more than 1 billion units worth hundreds of billions of dollars. iPhone has helped revolutionize mobile phone trends in many individuals' ways of life. A big part of Apple's fame is from its ability to innovate a fantastic technology. Millions of customers worldwide are willing to pay top dollar for the quality, design, and features of the Apple iPhone. However, many users may not understand how manufacturers produce iPhones. Well, the truth is that your iPhone was not manufactured and designed in one country. Several countries and companies come together to create an iPhone. If you have ever bought an iPhone or another Apple product, you probably have seen the note on its packaging that its products are designed in California, but that doesn't mean that they're manufactured there. So, where are iPhones manufactured? And what is it like to be inside the Apple iPhone factory? When trying to understand how and where Apple manufactures its devices, it depends on two vital concepts, which sound similar but are quite different: assembling and manufacturing. Manufacturing is the process of making the components that go into the iPhone. Although Apple designs and sells the iPhone, it doesn't manufacture its components. On the other hand, assembling is the process of taking all the individual components built by specialist manufacturers and combining them into a finished working iPhone. Most of the manufacturing process of an iPhone consists of buying the products from manufacturers and assembling them in good factories. Apple iPhone sources its materials from all over the world. In an attempt to offer the very best technology at the lowest possible price, they are willing to scour the globe to get the best component manufacturer. At the same time, while searching for the best companies to work with, they need to partner and work with component manufacturers who can produce on a massive scale. More than 200 companies worldwide manufacture and supply Apple iPhone manufacturers with their components to produce the phones. These component manufacturers create memory chips, glass screen interfaces, casings, cameras, and everything in between. The location of these component manufacturers vary widely. Components come from companies in South Korea, China, Taiwan, Germany, Japan, India, and many other countries, including the United States. These suppliers send their manufactured components to massive Apple manufacturing factories worldwide for additional manufacturing and assembling. The assembling of the iPhone mostly takes place in East and Southeast Asia, where the labor force is cheap and abundant. So the components go to Apple iPhone factory locations in China, the Czech Republic, Malaysia, Thailand, South Korea, Singapore, and the Philippines. Although iPhone manufacturing facilities are located in many countries worldwide, these manufacturing facilities are only part of two manufacturing companies, Foxconn and Pegatron. These Taiwanese firms manage the iPhone production and ensure the completed phones are delivered on time and with the quality standards Apple demands. However, nothing is quite like the massive Foxconn plant located in Zhengzhou, China. The Foxconn factory, also called the iPhone City, is a factory that spreads across 2.2 million square miles. One of the most significant advantages it has is the fantastic assembly line. The Foxconn factory employs approximately 350,000 people. Foxconn is Apple's longest-running partner in building Apple's iPhone. Foxconn currently assembles the majority of Apple's iPhones in its Shenzhen, China location. Foxconn built the factory in 2010, almost exclusively to serve Apple's iPhone production needs. With 600 million in assistance from the provincial government, this factory alone can produce a... Technically, Foxconn is the iPhone company's trade name. The company's official name is Han Hai Precision Industry Company Limited. This iPhone factory does the final assembly, testing, and packaging of the iPhones. There are 94 production lines at the Zhengzhou manufacturing site, and it takes about 9 makes the facility to be able to produce 500,000 iPhones a day, or roughly 350 a minute. This assembling process requires that most workers do one task repeatedly all day, such as polishing the screen, soldering one component, or fitting a single screw into the backs of the iPhone. To the iPhone may take up to a minute to secure one iPhone, thereby completing about 600 to 700 per day. So after the iPhone leaves the assembly line, it is placed in a sleek white fiberboard box, wrapped and put on a wooden pallet, and then wheeled out to trucks waiting outside the factory. The assembled iPhone will be transported to the factory gate, which is a few hundred yards away, to where a large Chinese customs facility is. The custom operators sit in a so-called bonded zone, allowing Apple to sell their iPhones more easily to Chinese consumers. At the final point of the assembly for the iPhone, China also serves as a starting point for Apple's global tax strategy. In Zhengzhou, often in the customs facility, Foxconn delivers the completed iPhones to Apple, which distributes them to Apple's affiliates worldwide. Some years ago, personal computers made in China were transported to the US by container ship, lasting about a month. But smartphones are small enough and easy to be shipped by plane in huge quantities, which is cost-effective. Apple contracts with major carriers, including FedEx and UPS, to ship iPhones around the world. One Boeing 747 flight can easily carry about 150,000 iPhones tucked into its aluminum canister. iPhone bound for the US and other parts of the world leave customs by truck and are transported to the Zhengzhou Airport, China. The airport has been significantly expanded in recent years, as production of the iPhone has increased. From Zhengzhou Airport, Apple carriers such as UPS, FedEx, and other freight carriers fly United States-bound iPhone to Anchorage, Alaska, where the jets can refuel. They then mostly travel to Louisville, Kentucky, where logistics professionals sort and reroute the iPhones to their final destinations. Chinese customers pay much higher prices for their iPhones because of their currency fluctuations and the country's hefty value-added tax. For example, a 32GB iPhone 7 sells for about $776 at the Apple Store in Shanghai. In New York, it goes for about $649. The Foxconn Zhengzhou factory is more than 20 miles outside downtown Zhengzhou, separated by freeways, suburbs, and dirt scrublands. Foxconn's presence in Zhengzhou, a city of about 10 million residents as of 2020, has transformed life for its poorer residents because it has built new roads, homes, and power plants. With a workforce rivaling that of many US cities, the factory has sprouted what residents have dubbed the iPhone City. There, factory workers live in dorms in 10 to 12-story buildings outside the Foxconn's gates. At the same time, a migrating workforce of entrepreneurs and vendors set up shop below and around the dorms to make a living by cooking street food, offering massages, or selling socks and other clothing. With a population of 1.3 million employees in China's mainland, Foxconn is by far the country's largest private employer. Since it began producing iPhones for Apple in 2007, Foxconn was suicides among Foxconn workers, which prompted riots from workers and protesting overcrowded dorms, poor sanitation, and bad food. This forced Apple and Foxconn to make changes at the factory. Workers on the day shift began streaming in through the factory gates around 7 a.m., while work starts at 8 a.m. Those who can afford the transportation ride motor scooters, but most walk from nearby dorms or take a bus if they live in buildings farther away. There's 20 hours of overtime a week. Pegatron is a relatively recent addition to the iPhone assembly process. It is estimated that it built about 30% of the global iPhone in its Chinese plants. Well, that's it, guys. What do you think about Apple's iPhone factory? What do you think about the future of technologies in the year to come? Let's hear your opinions or views via the comment section. We'll be glad to hear from you. Please do not subscribe unless you are into technology, because that is what this channel is all about. Now, let's watch another fantastic video from our channel. I'll meet you there.
Wow, that's a cool video. First of all, I want to say congratulations for your new product, iPhone 13, yang udah launching on last November. Anyway, I want to ask you guys, what are the latest innovations provided by your company in the last year?
Oke, sebagai bentuk continuous improvement yang dilakukan oleh Apple, we have been creating some innovations for this year's product. Yang pertama, we produce the iTag yang merupakan aksesoris tambahan yang dapat melacak berbagai macam barang penggunanya melalui aplikasi Find My dan juga dapat terhubung dengan iPhone 11 dan iPhone 12. There is also the second generation from Apple TV 4K yang hadir dengan desain perangkat baru added using the chipset 12 that is more powerful than the past version. We also provide fitur kalibrasi warna yang lebih baik daripada versi yang sebelumnya. We launched the new iMac yang menggunakan prosesor M1 dengan layar ukuran 24 inci and it has 7 different colors starting from green, orange, blue, purple, yellow, pink, and also silver. We also have the iPad Pro 2021 with the newest chip yakni M1 dengan konektivitas 5G dan juga kapasitas penyimpanan yang cukup besar hingga menyentuh 2 TB dan juga RAM yang besar juga berupa 16 GB. Nah, pembaruan di generasi iPad terbaru ini adalah pada bagian layarnya yang menggunakan LED yang bernama Liquid Retina XD yang mendukung resolusi hingga 6K. Besides the innovations from the features, we also make some updates in our product design.
Previously, I explained about the design of our first release product. Jadi ada perbedaan di mana produk yang baru saja rilis yaitu iPhone 13 series tentang posisi letak kamera belakang khususnya di seri iPhone 13 dan iPhone 13 mini. Di mana pada seri sebelumnya letak kamera diletakkan secara vertikal, sedangkan pada seri 13 diletakkan secara diagonal. And not only that, in our iPhone 13 series design when compared to the previous series, there is a difference where the notch size is reduced by 20%. For a wider screen and better experience, the size of the camera is enlarged approximately so that the resolution and camera results of the iPhone 13 series are more optimal. And then penambahan dari fitur 3D LiDAR scanner pada kamera belakang itu menambah inovasi pada sektor kamera yang di series 13 ini. And then for MacBook, we provide a wider screen with a ratio of 14:9 ratio and a thinner bezel, making it easier for user to scroll the web better.
What a brilliant innovation, guys. Anyway, I want to know how does Apple deal with the product storage, because I have read the article yang bilang kalau Apple ini tuh is the one of the company yang punya storage untuk produksi yang terbaik di dunia.
Pada awalnya kami mengurangi jumlah pemasok dari 100 menjadi 24 pemasok dan juga membatasi kelebihan stok dengan mengurangi jumlah warehouse Apple pada tahun 98. We made this restriction so as not to keep too many products in stock due to high competition and the fast pace of new innovations in the world of technology.
Besides that, we also predict sale rate with accuracy. Jadi tidak hanya pada tingkat penjualan, tetapi juga pada jenis teknologi yang dibutuhkan. So that the company reduce the cost dengan menempatkan pesanan dengan jangka waktu yang sangat panjang. In addition, we also ensure inventory tracking di tengah dorongan untuk melakukan putaran persediaan yang aman.
Okay, I definitely agree with that. Gadget company must keeping up about the topic in the technology world in order to keep up with the significant developments. Anyway, talking about the production, is there any problem that Apple faced during the production mechanism?
Ada. During the production process, terdapat 2 kendala yang kami alami dikarenakan adanya lonjakan kasus COVID-19 which disrupted our supply chain flow sehingga berpengaruh juga terhadap ketersediaan komponen dari Apple.
Okay, wait a minute. Before that, could we know the flow of Apple in corporate supply chain? So, kita bisa lebih tahu nih, lebih jelas terkait supply chain in the Apple company.
Yes, sure. So Apple has arranged manufacturing, spending, and logistics agar berada dalam sistem tertutup, so that we can control for every supply chain from the design to retail store. Kami telah memiliki supplier sendiri yang dapat memenuhi segala kebutuhan produk in a hub amount. With a large production capacity, kami juga mendapat diskon besar dari segi komponen bagian, kapasitas manufaktur, dan transportasi udara. Operasional ini juga membuat kami dapat menghandle sebuah peluncuran produk besar-besaran tanpa mengalami penurunan harga. For that case, We can see it from the pricing for iPad products with only a few competitors can compete with.
Oke, sebelumnya sempat disinggung terkait kendala pada ketersediaan komponen ya. If you may know, what is it like? Apakah ada kendala di bagian tertentu kah?
Yeah. In manufacturing product, we use manufacturing and assembly system located in various countries. Nah, jadi untuk contohnya, kita ambil contoh sebuah iPhone. Dalam membuat sebuah iPhone ini memerlukan setidaknya lebih dari 7.000 komponen. Jadi, kita tidak memproduksi seluruh komponen itu sendiri. Manufacturing and assembly system berarti sistem produksi dan perakitan. The manufacturer of the component used to manufacture an iPhone is done more than 200 vendors because of the many components, and these components are sent to our assembly center to become an iPhone. As you know, recently there was a global shortage of chip, where it affects supplier or production of iPhone component, and also mengganggu produksi dan perakitan dari iPhone dan komponen lainnya.
Wow, quite complex and challenging. What are the steps taken by Apple to overcome these problems?
For the solution of all these problems, we use 10 decision productivity yang berguna untuk mempertahankan operasi yang efektif dan efisien for profitability purpose. So the first is quality management. Hal ini diterapkan melalui pengujian ulang yang digunakan untuk memastikan bahwa produk tidak memiliki kesalahan saat rilisan. And the second is supply chain management. Perusahaan menganalisis catatan inventaris untuk memprediksi permintaan dan menginformasikan kepada pemasok. And the third is inventory management. Perusahaan dapat menggunakan berbagai jenis inventaris yang sesuai dengan kebutuhannya. Aside from those three things, we also do control in design of goods and service, process and capacity design, location strategy, layout design and strategy, human resource and job design, and the last is scheduling and maintenance.
Wow, that's cool. Apple's strategic effort to overcome fears of obstacles during the production. There are so many lessons and knowledge that we can get from today's discussion. Hopefully the audience and we are here understand and can increase our understanding of operation management. Thank you for Mrs. Mona, Mrs. Marcella, and Mr. Johan yang sudah meluangkan waktunya untuk diskusi kita pada sesi kali ini. So I'm Irhas, your interviewer for this session. Pamit undur diri. See you in other session. Goodbye.